Now then, people, what's good? And welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. I hope you are all doing well. Welcome back to the channel where we dive into all things Leeds United. And of course, it's transfer season. And the rumour mill is spinning faster than a Daniel James run at goal. And today we've got some juicy updates. A potential £17 million deal for a top quality midfielder. A double dose of Vladimir Coufal chatter. And could James Milner be making a sensational return to Elland Road? So grab a cuppa, hit that like button, and let's get stuck in. So first up, let's talk about a name that should and did get Leeds fans buzzing. It's Buendía. So according to reports, Leeds United could be ready to go back for the Villa midfielder this summer. Daniel Farke's got a golden opportunity this time to make it happen. Of course, Leeds United were heavily linked with Buendía during the winter window when he lost his spot in Villa's first team. But instead of Elland Road, and you can't blame him, the 20-year-old Argentinian joined Bayer Leverkusen on loan under Xabi Alonso. Now, fast forward, things didn't quite work out in Germany. Buendía made just 10 appearances with only 3 league starts, and it looks like Leverkusen won't trigger the £17 million buy option in his loan deal, which, of course, is music to Farke's ears, as Aston Villa will now be looking to get rid for a similar fee. I would argue even less. Buendía's a proven championship star and can do it in the Premier League, having done it at Aston Villa. Let's not forget, I think in the championship season, admittedly we're in the Premier League, he tore it up with 15 goals and 16 assists in the promotion season under Farke. So he could be that creative spark Leeds United need in that final third. He has that extra bit of sauce and can help us get creative from the 10th position and potentially stay in the Premier League. Is he a better option than Brendan Aronson? 100%. He's worked with the manager before. You probably get him for much less than the 17, I think, because he hasn't had a successful loan in Germany. And for me, it's a no-brainer. The only catch is, of course, Leeds United have been burned before with this deal because we failed in January. So there is that to hold on to. And also the fact that Farke might look at it and say, well, you chose not to come to us in Jan, so we're not going to take you now. But what do you think? Is Buendía worth 15 to 17 million? Or should Daniel Farke look elsewhere? Please drop your thoughts in the comments. Now, next up, we obviously spoke. I said a few weeks back about players that are out of contract at Premier League clubs, one of them being Vladimir Coufal. TalkSport have ran with the story yesterday and today to say that Leeds United are in the hunt. So we're going to be talking about that saga, what could potentially turn out to be a saga. And it is picking up steam because both the Yorkshire Evening Post and Leeds Live report that Leeds are eyeing the West Ham's right back. 32-year-old Czech international's contract has now expired and Leeds United could sweep in on a free. He's got over 100 Premier League appearances, folks, which would, of course, bring plenty of grit. He's a great crosser of the ball. He's defensively solid. And with Jayden Bogle and potentially Sam Byram at right back, he could add fierce competition there. I would argue if we were to sign someone like Coufal, Sam Byram would be, allowed to leave and find pastures new, which would make me sad, but totally get it from a footballing sense. So you could add fierce competition and leadership in the Premier League for Bogle. The Yorkshire Evening Post say that Farke sees him as a perfect fit, especially with his experience at West Ham. But at 32, is he a short-term fix or does he have more to give? It's mixed reports when you look online. Some say his legs have gone. West Ham say a huge servant, we should keep him. So I want to know from you, does he have more to give? Or would you rather see a younger signing in at right back? I think he has great balance. Him and Bogle, youth and old, young and experienced. I think it would be a great mesh. Another thing to add as well, Fulham did try signing him in January and West Ham said no. So if they enter the race, especially on a free, I think he goes there because he says he loves London, wants to stay in London ideally, and his son has just signed for the Hammers Academy. So if Fulham come a knocking, he's going there. Obviously, Everton have been linked as well, so let's wait and see. Now, finally, I do want to talk about a Leeds legend, James Milner. I spoke about him before. I've been laughed at, but hear me out. The Yorkshire Evening Post suggests Leeds could be dreaming of a sensational return for the 36-year-old Brighton midfielder, whose contract ends this summer. Milner, a product, of course, of Leeds Academy, played over 50 games for us before leaving in 2004. He went on to play for Newcastle. He's won Premier League, Champions Leagues with Liverpool. He's played at City and now is at Brighton. And let's not forget, folks, Brighton have offered him a new deal. Brighton are in conversations with him. They understand the importance of James Milner and what he can bring in and around the squad. Fabian Herzler, the youngest Premier League manager, has said how important he is, how pivotal he is. Now, he might not get as much game time as some of the others, but they want to keep him around the place. That's why, for me, I would love him to return and come to Leeds United, because I still believe at 36 he can really add something to our squad. He takes on that Gulavogi role, but actually can still play ball. Gulavogi struggled against Harrogate. Milner will still be able to do bits, be it at right back, left back, in midfield, on the right. He can play anywhere. He is a Swiss Army knife. And how fitting would it be, for me anyway, being the happy clapper, being the sentimental FC fan that I am, for him to achieve, which is only 17 games away from Gareth Barry's all-time Premier League appearance record. If he was to achieve that at the place where he first started at Leeds United, I think it'd be sweet. So even at 36, he's still going strong in the Premier League. Yes, he didn't start a lot of games last season, but that was due to injury. Can he come back from that? We'll have to wait and see. But no one is fitter than James Milner. No one has that grit and determination like James Milner. So I think he can still do bits. He's versatile, he has experience, and he could be huge for our young squad. Picture Milner mentoring Ethan Ampadu or guiding this young squad in the Premier League. When you've got Fabian Herzler saying that's why we need him at Brighton, don't be sniffing your nose up at his hometown club, taking him back. But some will say, is this move driven by nostalgia? Or does Millie still have legs for the Farker system? Can he still offer us something? Tell me, Leeds fans. Would you like to see him back in white? Let that debate begin. Yeah, I want to hear. And there you have it, folks. That's today's news all wrapped up. Leeds could become cooking something special in the transfer market. For me, it's smart business. It's easy business. You could go back in for Buendía, Vladimir, Coufal's potential arrival, and a dream of a James Milner return. It's an exciting time to be a Leeds United fan, and I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. Now, if you have enjoyed the video, as always, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss any Leeds United transfer news. Don't forget as well, folks, tonight we've got the Leeds Player of the Season Awards that we're doing final word. Myself, Jack, Andrea, Lockie and Luke, the squad back together. So get your predictions in for that, by the way. But on this transfers, let me know in the comments who's your dream signing out of the names mentioned. Is it any of them? Would you take any of them, or do you want to be looking elsewhere? Anyway, I think we'll leave it there. Thanks as always for watching. Smash a like on the video, subscribe, get your comments in, hit that notification bell, and of course keep marching on together. And I'll see you in a bit. Peace out. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.